Welcome to October 21st. We're the Morning X on 99X. Crash Clark also here on Traffic. Leslie Fram has some sleaze, but don't forget, 1K a day continues, and it can happen at any moment.
Ooh, I think Jennifer Lopez's words may be coming back to haunt her. Her ex-husband, Ojana Noe, claims that she cheated during their marriage. Stop putting me down with your victim card. Yeah, because, she went on Howard Stern and she said that she's never been loved, right? Never been loved. He just said, let me just say, stop putting us down. The problem is you. You were the one who couldn't keep it in your pants. You have been loved a few times. You have been married 4 times and have had countless relationships in between. You have had good relationships. Me, for example. Wow.
Was he the waiter from Miami?
Yeah, because then she married the dancer.
Right. She worked her way up from waiter to A-lister. But, is anyone sympathetic to Jennifer Lopez and her problems?
Well, no, I don't think that, especially when she says she's never been loved, because he went on to say, that you cheated on me, I stayed, I tried to keep the marriage going, you begged me to stay at the time because you didn't want bad press.
Yeah, she's tough.
I kind of believe that, yeah. I love that a lot of artists in our world are speaking up, Barnes, about how hard it is, especially now, to make any money, even in touring, because of all of the costs. Big ups to Shirley Manson. She took time from one of their shows in Denver to talk about the reality of being a working musician and band. And I think what she says hits a lot of bands.
We have announced that this is our last headline tour of North America. It has become entirely unsustainable for a band like us to come and tour anywhere except the coasts. And it's upsetting, but we've had a glorious 30-year career. And we really have no complaints. But I bring this up every night because I think it's imperative that we all start to understand what exactly is going on in the music industry. And it's difficult to get your head around, right? Because you see all these big pop stars. But the problem is that most of the music industry is not made of these big pop stars. They're made of working musicians. The average musician makes $12 a month on Spotify. And they're playing their guts out every night. And the fact that they are not even able to sell a record, and it's taken from them by rich mother on streaming platforms who get paid royally, by record labels who get paid royally. In the meantime, have an incredible life. Be safe and be kind. We love you.
Why have we never heard that from anyone else with almost a cry about it? You know what I mean? No one has done that.
No one's done it, and no one wants to speak up about the high cost of touring, ticket prices, transportation, gas, hotels. It's all about that. And now Jack Antonoff actually went off too about how expensive concerts have become in the new Rolling Stone. I love when they do musicians on musicians. And he had this huge discussion with Hayley Williams from Paramore saying basically the same thing. You and your band can't make a profit. And after that, we need to enjoy the business that own all these spaces and monopolize the entire blanking thing and post billions of incomes. It's shocking, but it's all true.
And it's hard because some of these bands sell their souls so early before they even get a chance to catch any momentum, and then everyone else owns their stuff besides them, and they have to fight tooth and nail to get it back. So yeah, everyone's making money, but the band. It's so dumb.
Good for you, Shirley Manson. And I hate that this is happening. We keep talking about this, Barnes. Guess what's number 1 at the box office? Another horror movie, Black Phone 2.
It's unreal.
$26.5 million. And there was a survey that said that horror is like the most polarizing movie genre. But why do we keep seeing all these movies doing so well?
I don't know. And what demographic do you think it is going, and how many times are they going? Because something just doesn't add up that many horror films, they're making that much money in that short a time.
They're saying the most loved genre is comedy, but I actually feel like there's more horror movies being made.
Lately, yeah.
And the rom-coms are dead. But that's why, I've been watching that series, Monster, the Ryan Murphy thing on Netflix about Ed Gein, and realizing, because there's a parallel of all of these psychos that he inspired, because Alfred Hitchcock made Psycho because of Ed Gein, and then the Texas Chainsaw Massacre inspired by Ed Gein. It's pretty unbelievable. Hey, guess who got married over the weekend? Christine Baumgartner, ex-wife of Kevin Costner.
Oh, to the neighbor?
Yes, she married Josh Connor Saturday in Santa Barbara. I guess, they're saying they had the relationship after she got a divorce. I'm not sure. He was a neighbor.
Got to sting a little bit when the wife runs off with the neighbor.
I mean, seriously?
Things have not gone well for Kevin Costner in the last 3 to 5 years.
No, there was a huge expose on him in the Hollywood Reporter and, just talking about his failed Western. Very sad. Sydney Sweeney, she's got that movie Christie coming out about the real-life boxer. Well, she was on a red carpet somewhere, and people are talking early Oscar buzz for her.
What is this feeling like when you're hearing Oscar buzz for you?
Oh, man. I mean, I'm just so appreciative that people are watching this film and recognizing all the hard work that's gone into it. I always say, I did it for Christy, and that's all that matters because she's one of the most inspiring women I've ever met. But I can't wait for people to see it.
Man, if she wins an Oscar, I can't imagine what the backlash will be amongst people that don't take her seriously in Hollywood.
I saw the previews, that movie. She looks incredible.
Yeah.
And very believable.
She will own that town if she pulls an Oscar. That girl has conquered everything she's done.
Unbelievable. Mel Gibson has cast a new Jesus and Mary Magdalene, of course, for the resurrection of the Christ. This is the follow-up to the Passion of the Christ that was back in 2004. A lot of people wondering when was this happening. Well, he found a Finnish actor named Jaakko Antonen to replace Jim Caviezel and a new Mary Magdalene, Marilee Garriga to replace Monica Bellucci. They're saying, due to the film's setting 3 days after Christ's crucifixion, producers wanted a new cast rather than using CGI for de-aging of the original actors. I've seen that de-aging in a lot of movies. Sometimes it just looks kind of cheesy.
A little waxy. But an interesting point is people don't even, and generally, go to church anymore. I mean, if you see the statistics of people that go to church, I wonder how this movie will do.
Oh, I think there's a huge movement for, people looking towards and going back to, religion of some sort.
I just see all these articles about how churches are struggling and they're empty. This has been really since COVID.
Well, I think you have the smaller churches and then the mega churches, and there's a divide there as well.
Start your day with America in the Morning.
I'm John Trout, your host.
From Breaking News.
The U.S. Supreme Court with rulings. Shifting gears, Apple has released a new iPhone. Here's the Wednesday Business Report. It's far from a seller's market.
To politics and entertainment.
Moving into scary movie season, so why not another Conjuring movie? Shifting gears, Powerball jackpot is now the third largest ever in history.
Live long and prosper.
America in the Morning.
Fresh each day.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Okay, I got to ask you because, again, I'm so confused about all this bundling that's been happening. And I don't know if you saw this or not, but Apple TV and NBC Universal have announced a new partnership allowing customers in the U.S. to subscribe to a combined Apple TV and Peacock bundle at a discounted rate.
I saw that.
Are you as confused as I am about all the bundling?
Does Apple really need NBC and Peacock? I mean, you know what I mean? It seems like it would benefit Apple more. I don't really watch. Peacock is probably the least that I watch.
I know. I don't actually have Peacock because, number one on my list is Netflix, followed by Apple TV. And then, of course, I have Hulu, which I think is bundling into Disney. I'm really confused.
Yeah, every once in a while I go to Hulu for the good true crime. They seem to have a good rap on that. Except, by the way, a grievance, the 2020, last week, that John Quinones guy, I can't take it. He does not fit. Hello, 2020. He doesn't fit in that show.
I think you need to call someone. I haven't watched it.
Well, it's because he does those things on Friday night. Could it happen to you?
I know.
And it just doesn't work when he's trying to do this great true crime story. It kind of ruins it.
Hey, the morning show, as you know, I'm a big fan of, with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. They did a little round table with Reese, Mark Duplass, and Billy Crudup. And Jennifer is asking her co-stars on the morning show a little trivia question about herself.
What Guinness World Record do I hold?
Whoa. Oh.
I think I have a guess. Highest paid TV actress of all time.
No, but wouldn't that be nice?
Reese, when she says she wasn't the highest paid actress, you go, That's because it's me.
That's not true either.
Most rescue dog posts on Instagram ever.
Only to be met by you.
Only I'm second. Yeah.
And you're a very close second.
Yeah.
No, it's the Instagram followers.
Yes. She crashed Instagram.
Something like that.
I remember when you signed up for Instagram and you got like 40 million followers in one day. It was insane.
It was crazy, and I thought I'd have none. And I have a framed plaque.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. You impressed by me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't you like me now?
Well, Billy Crudup, I loved him in his breakout role in Almost Famous. Still love that movie. But this is kind of weird. A little trivia that came out. I guess years ago he parked Peter Frampton's car, and then years later, Frampton helped him on the set of Almost Famous.
I was rather relentless on myself, trying to find a way to manufacture one moment that might sell a portion of that story, and it was not easy. And they were all musicians, everybody in the band and Peter and stuff, so people were constantly playing around, and I always wanted to. The best part is when you're starting out, you just bang the what like that, and then up, and so the strings are constantly breaking.
Yeah.
And who was there to save my ass every time? Peter Frampton.
Yeah.
I had parked his car when I was a valet in high school. And that was my claim to fame at the 15th Street Fisheries in Fort Lauderdale. And then 15 years later or whatever, he's changing my guitar strings because I'm such a clod at playing.
I mean, how random is that? That's your celebrity sleaze.
Everyone knows the legend of D.B. Cooper. But what if I told you there's an even better story out there? One with multiple aircraft hijackings, prison escapes, and so many twists and turns. I'm talking about the hit podcast, American Skyjacker, which is now an action-packed documentary coming to theaters and streaming this fall. Find out more at www.americanskyjacker.com and listen to the bonus episode of the podcast on October 7th. American Skyjacker. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.